Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 differences between Resident Evil Infinite Darkness and the games.
We won't know till the lab checks it out. More important question is, how the hell did zombies get in the White House?
Am I interrupting something here?
That won't change anything!
I will open their eyes to true terror!
For this list, we'll be looking at the original horror survival franchise, which is a quarter of a century old this year, and how the game installments contrast with the recently released 4-part miniseries, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. Oh, and there will definitely be spoilers. Did you spot any noticeable differences? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. More fleshed out storytelling.
I have spent my life savings to find a way to rid him of the thing that is eating away at him.
With 9 numbered installments, including 0, and a plethora of spin-off titles, without counting the non-canon live-action movies, it's easy to lose the plot a little. Compound that with the fact that there are 2 versions of the first 3 games set around Raccoon City, and it's difficult to know where the canon lies. What makes all of that worse is the pantomime-esque delivery of simplistic dialogue that plagued the early entries.
That was hell.
Yeah. I bet.
You have no idea.
With Infinite Darkness, there are no Masters of Unlocking or heart-shaped keys. The plot is straightforward espionage, and the characters are nuanced in a way that doesn't scream their intentions. In fact, some antagonists are understandable to a point.
Remember when I told you about terror? It starts with fear.
Number 9. The music sounds similar. Music is a big part of any video game, but for the Resident Evil series, it's epic. Who can forget the spine-tingling melodies from the first game, or the calming safe room from Resident Evil 2? For the 2019 remake of the latter, only one of the original composers, Shusaku Uchiyama, returned to scoring duties, bringing a new musical palette to the reimagined game. Still, the leitmotif of a descending piano and the brassy choral number of the boss battles were largely noticeable through their absence in the new game. Not wanting to sway too far from the source material, Infinite Darkness composer Yugo Kanno incorporates faint hints of both into the score, but still provides something that is completely different. Number 8. President Graham. President Graham is never seen in Resident Evil 4, save for one image of him, but his presence is felt throughout the whole game. He's the one who took over the White House after the government cleansed Raccoon City and presided over the end of Umbrella. It is also his daughter Ashley who you're tasked with saving in the 4th game. The version that appears in the TV show looks vastly different, and not as good as the other CGI characters.
We must be the source of hope to those who seek freedom and salvation.
On the flip side, Ashley looks the exact same in the photos of her that we see. Hopefully, she's had a personality transplant as well.
Fine. Set it up.
Number 7. Readily available weaponry.
SWAT's en route. They can deal with the zombies up here and getting the power back up. We'll head to the bunker.
The Resident Evil franchise has always prided itself on being survival horror games. For the most part, weaponry is scarce and bullets are few and far between, and that's on the normal setting. Despite what those hardcore gamers said, barely anyone rationed their ammo or played only with a knife. It wouldn't be until the last moments of the game that a halfway decent weapon would present itself, usually inside a weapon's armory or thrown in by Deus Ex Machina, Ada Wong, of course. Not in the TV show, however. No, in this setting, characters simply open a nearby locker and pull out a bazooka. Seems the show is set on easy mode.
Hey, sexy.
Number 6. Sadly, no scenario A or B.
Look, I gotta go. Don't do anything stupid.
Something that the early Resident Evil games did so incredibly well, and kept going with the remakes, was the equal division of gameplay between the 2 main characters. There was no distinct advantage to playing as Chris over Jill, or as Claire over Leon, except a different, though equally as entertaining story. The equal divide, for want of a better word, made for twice the game, and, particularly with the 2019 version of Resident Evil 2, more engaging characters. Unfortunately, despite having the same actors, the TV show just doesn't have that quality, reducing Claire to a supporting role. She's still tough, just less seen. Infinite Darkness is really Leon's story, and Claire is only shoehorned in to serve that, unfortunately. Number 5. Claire's appearance.
Claire Redfield. What's your name?
Speaking of Claire, she's a little different too between the last we saw her in 2019 and Infinite Darkness. The hallmark features are still there. The ponytail, the propensity for red jackets, the tough girl attitude that made Chief Irons secretly cry.
And what's wrong with profiting off the fruits of one's labor? Nothing. I don't need to convince you. I can just have you infected.
However, there seems to be a change in her facial appearance. Over the years, Claire was modeled on actress Neve Campbell and Liv Tyler respectively. Most recently, her Resident Evil 2 remake appearance is based on Canadian model Jordan McEwen. For Infinite Darkness, that doesn't appear to be the case. Plus, this version of her seems a little less energetic. Then again, maybe surviving zombies on multiple occasions has had a calming effect.
Oh my god.
Number 4. Leon's voice. Sort of. Bear with us. Leon's voice has technically changed a few times.
Treason. Fun. I'll be sure to put that in my report.
Voice actor Paul Haddad portrayed him in 1998. For 2005's Resident Evil 4, Paul Mercier took over. When the game was remade in 2019, disputes over the use of non-union actors meant that new voice actor Nick Apostolidis assumed the duty of giving Leon S. Kennedy a voice, and this continues with Infinite Darkness.
Jason doesn't give a damn about justice.
The difference is that since the setting of the show is between Resident Evil 4 and 5, then technically shouldn't Leon sound like Mercier? Guys? Okay, it's minor, but it does confuse things a little. If 2019's RE2 is canon, is RE4, which used 1998 footage? And if so, is Code Veronica?
Rest in peace, assholes.
Number 3. Faster and more agile zombies. They can climb fences, they can lunge, and they can even, well, fall through broken windows, but Resident Evil Infinite Darkness may be the first time that the zombies of this universe can actually run and jump. We aren't counting the Crimson Head or Bomb zombies from the remake of Resident Evil, just the standard moaning, shuffling, mindless ones that we know, love, and hate for falling over banisters. And we like them because we mostly know where we are with them, since they're slow. As players, can we take a collective sigh that they don't move at the speed the TV show zombies do? Even the rats zip around and jump, which kinda explains how they escaped the underground Umbrella Lab after drinking from smashed G-Virus vials. Number 2. CLEON or LAIRE. The relationship between Claire and Leon is very different to what we're used to in Infinite Darkness.
You okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Remember, this show is set between Resident Evils 4 and 5, meaning that everything from the game that preceded it chronologically should be canon. That means that prior to this, the only time we have seen them interact since RE2 was via a newfangled email in Code Veronica, 3 months afterwards. But here, they act very familiarly, and not in the RE remake flirty way, but as constant contacts.
Leon?
Claire?
Okay, but at the end of the series, they pretty much fall out. This calls all the subsequent games where Claire's brother Chris and Leon partner up into question as well.
Like I said before, that outfit doesn't suit you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The PENAMSTAN Civil War. The events that kick off the story of Resident Evil Infinite Darkness is the fictional PENAMSTAN Civil War of 2000.
Okay, he's still alive.
On the timeline, this is 2 years post Raccoon City and 6 years before the series picks up. This just about slides into canon, but only just. After bioweapons from a pharmaceutical company are leaked, causing an outbreak there, PENAMSTAN is pretty much Raccoon City'd. Here's the rub. The place has not been mentioned previously or since in-game. At this point, Umbrella is quietly falling apart, leaving Tricell, who didn't show up until RE5, to later assume operations. Yet, it's heavily implied in one of the final scenes that it was Tricell all along, thus introducing them a lot earlier than the games did.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.